So WAEC has released the 2025 WASSCE results, and there are a lot of conversations around this whole mass failure that we are all aware has happened this year. And in fact, there is a claim that this is the worst performance for the past 8 years since this examination has been written. Now, on this show today, we are going to share our opinion on some of the conversations that have been garnered by some people on the media. As usual, my name is Sherman Gabi. This is See Something, Say Something. Stick with me. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with me. Now, I have with me the studios here my brother, my big brother, yes. His name is Mr. OKG, and he's one of the top-notch educationists. Okay, yes, it's true. You see, looking at his face, he's someone who doesn't like bragging. Oh, he's shy. Anyway, that's just by the way. So he's here.
No. Please let me clear the air. Well, I'm only a professionally trained teacher. And in fact, a professionally trained licensed teacher.
Aha. So you see, so if I say that he's a top notch,
please don't put me in trouble. I beg you.
Which trouble?
I beg you.
You are top notch.
I'm a professionally trained teacher.
Licensed teacher.
Yes, professionally trained
licensed teacher. Yes. Okay. I like to call him top-notch educationist. He cannot tell me what to call him. Okay, so without wasting your time, let's delve deep into the conversation. OKG, WAEC has released the WASSCE results, and there are a lot of backlash. A lot of people are talking about things that I don't want to believe is true. Some say that it's a ploy by the government to ensure that a lot of students do not get access to tertiary education because of the no fees stress, or is it no fees stress policy. Others are also saying that it is the government who, a whole lot of speculations. What do you think? Do you think that is true?
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning or good afternoon, whatever time you'll be watching this video, to your viewers. And this is just my opinion. I wouldn't say it's government fault, neither would I say it's parent fault. For me, it's everyone's fault. And let's not play politics with everything entirely. I may have my own opinions, but my most gravity will be on systems. And I'm saying systems in a regard that, and in this part of our country, if you talk of system, then we are going to look at government. Obviously,
yeah, sure.
We're going to look at government. So, as much as I don't want us to play politics with it, I don't want us to play the blame game. If there's any solution, it lies down to systems. And if we're going to look at systems, then we're looking at the government. So in this situation, it's government that is supposed to set up and look at the educational sector again. I am not of the view that government did this to buttress his policy or to defend his policy in order to execute it. However, I'm in a position to know that it is not too far it's not too far for government to do that as well. My politicians, if we follow them, Charlie, they are capable of doing anything and everything. As much as I will not sit and say that, oh, it's true, government did it, I also not say that it's not possible that government can do that. Government can also do that. But let's look at the broader picture. When I see its systems. You see this thing that is happening, what makes it the worst is the social studies.
Yes. And you see, I wouldn't have had a problem with all this if it was maybe core maths, elective maths, chemistry, physics, or one of those subjects that we all know has some level of difficulty, which demands that you have some kind of technical or intellectual capacity to be able to understand it. I wouldn't have even bothered myself doing this episode. But the fact that social studies, lack of social amenities, peer pressure, lack of funds or inadequate funds. You are failing social studies.
See social studies, I was like, then what else can our students perform better in? Because if you are not doing good at social studies, what's the problem? But see, let's look at how the world is transforming, how the world is going.
Okay.
Easy, This failure is no news. Maybe it's because during this time we don't have it out there. I mean, during this time we have it out on social media. So I mean, they're able to come out with the data and the statistics and all this stuff.
Oh, the data and statistics has always been there.
WASSCE, yes, but my point is it has not been out here in the known like now. I mean, when we come to results, fishing. Is it today we're able to see those who are the F and those who are the D's and the E's because it's just put on social media everybody can see it. Okay, what about the case? This is where my point is. Things that were done 20 years ago cannot be expected to be done in this time.
Okay.
In this time. So a child growing up with a lot of technologies around him or her have interest in certain field. Yes, I am not going to defend the failure. But where my problem is the grammar system that we have indulged ourselves in. Make it look like, see, if you don't pass WASSCE, you don't get A and B's in WASSCE, that is it, you are doomed, you are good for nothing. We need, as a country, we need to go past that. Like we have come to the point where we have to go past that. I'm wondering, I wish we would get data of these students who had this worst performing in social studies. And one, ask ourselves, what is their English proficiency? How good were they in English language?
Okay.
Just recently, I remember seeing the current Minister of Education commenting that he from that day was urging all teachers to get this. So I think he was rather instructing the Ghana Education Service Director General to allow teachers to be able to teach in the local dialects, like to teach with the tree and other stuff. But the point here is that, see, whether we like it or not, English is our official language as a country.
Exactly.
Ghana, we can't run away from that.
That's true.
If you tell me that you should allow students to learn from their local language because it helps them to understand, no, allow teachers to blend. I mean, before he even said this, like I said, me, I'm a professionally trained licensed teacher. When I was teaching the basic school, I thought with English language and brought it to the Ghana language for better understanding or comprehension.
Exactly. Sure.
It didn't mean that I had to forego the English language and teach you. Nah, I will teach you in English. In order for you to get a better understanding, I do the translation in Chi, or I relate it to the Ghana language for you to get it well and understood. If you want to say we should go strictly by Chi throughout, these are some of the results that you get.
Exactly.
Because see, if you're unable to read to understand. I remember when we were in the basic school, one of the things that teachers always tell us is that the best is the understanding the question
is part of the answer. And that's true.
I learned that there was a question about there's one social studies question. One of my colleagues told me that they had to is it influence or something on social vices, or there's a question something like that. But the point here is, I believe understanding was not clear. Aklana one kind of answer. Or better answer. Oh, let's take priority in certain things that are needed. Certain courses must be taken out of our curriculum in the first place. Social studies is history. If you want to do history, let's keep to history. Let's amend certain things in our social studies book. Now, see, right now in this country, you are still telling basic students or secondary students to learn about trying to remember some of these things that we learned. I mean, I can't pick points some of the topics.
But you see, yes, not to be political. And I understand the fact that things that were done years ago should be amended or changed in order to suit current happenings. So I realize that when the immediate past government came into power, they changed the whole curriculum from the old one that we used to do, to the extent that they've introduced some new subjects. Not
all schools have embraced it. Not all schools are running it. Because I know this thing started somewhere last year. Like the curriculum you're talking about, it was rolled out last year. So
no, it's been rolled out for a long time.
Those who wrote to WASSCE this year, were they part of it? No.
Okay, no, they were.
So it's the next batch who will be writing, who will seem to be part of that curriculum. Those who are passing out currently were not part of that system.
Okay.
Exactly.
So they also went through the old system.
Went through the old system.
Okay. So then what is the problem? Talking about systems, you see, before one can enter into the senior high school, the person must pass through the basic
Exactly.
level. I mean, the person must write
Exactly.
BC and pass.
So that is where the system I'm talking about comes in here. See, when I was in basic school, after writing BEC, I'm supposed to sit to do selection for secondary school.
Yes.
Now look at what is happening. As much as a free education is a good product and it's helping, no matter how good something is, it ends up becoming bad for someone. Yes, because generally it would not be 100% good for everybody. It would affect some people negatively and affect some positively. Now what I'm trying to say, now when we're doing the school selections, those who are enjoying the free SHS, now everything is done free for you in secondary school. So yours was to let your parents aid you to select courses and schools you want to go to. Funny enough, we have parents who do not even pay attention to the school selection, neither did they pay attention to secondary school, the subject selection. In that case, if the child is in a good position to do it, they are allowed to do it themselves. Some teachers, looking at the capacity or the ability of the child, they do it for them. But some too, they have parents who mandatorily make sure that, see, you are going to do school whether you like it or not. You are doing this course whether you like it or not. But for all you know, these things that you did 20 years ago are not the interest of the child. The child doesn't want to do it. And it's not in the child's DNA. But the child will have to do it because mommy says, daddy says, and that is it. They have no option. At that moment in their life, they are under your roof. So what you say is what they have to do. Do you get it?
Yeah,
he ends up going to take a course that he or she didn't like to do. Or he's trying to do all everything that he could possible to do in order to get the thing done. But there's no interest. See, in this generation that we are in, like I'm saying, things that were done 20 years ago cannot be done now. If the child doesn't have interest, doesn't have passion, doesn't have anything for it, and you force the child to do it, this is a generation that they are not scared to come and stand in the future and tell mommy, I don't like this thing. Mommy, I choose to do it this way. Who born dog? Our time. Now you want to sit your mother down and tell your mother what? Like say you get sense for your mother or your father. Or beatings are mentioned. But we cannot continue like that because things have changed. Times have gone by. Hey, now you got smartphone you used 20 years ago. Or
you don't forget. So you see.
But now they have access to all this technology. What it means is that as much as you think that technology is destroying them, that same technology is also advancing them. So things that you took 20 years to know, for that child, he's taking just 2 days or 2 hours to get to know those things. So you don't expect that because you sat on your butt to learn social studies word for word, chew and pour. For them, it's a lazy thing to do. For them, doing that thing is work. They want to use the smart way, the short way, the fast way. So the question is, why don't we create a system that will aid them to take advantage of the generation or the times that they find themselves in?
Okay.
I mean, that's where we have a problem. The system we are creating, the generation we have, I mean, the crop of learners or students we have are in a certain learning pedagogy. They are in a certain learning, they have a certain IQ of learning. We shouldn't try to rate it as if they are supposed to act like the way our forefathers acted. I remember those times my father would tell me, more time they used to do just 5 courses. Their time. You could see that in fact, television and other information was not available to them.
Sure.
So when we were doing that 4 or 5, they were doing it perfectly and good. That now they elevated it to 7, 8 courses. Maybe millennium, when it got to our time, we had certain information available, so we were able to scale up. Mind you, technology was not that in the system like our forefathers, the silent generation. They didn't have mobile and everything, so they could take time, stick to books and learn. Chew baba. Coming to millennium, we started having technology coming in. So if you could see, if WASSCE can bring their result, and you realize that from the millennium time, results performance started falling when it comes to chew and pour system. I mean, this is what my problem is. Our forefathers did chew and pour. They didn't have technology. They didn't have social media to this level. So they could stick to books and do chew and pour for them.
Even AI.
And pass well. Coming to the millennium time, technology started stepping in. And I can bet if they can bring the data out, you realize that performance then in the silent generation and the millennial generation would have diminished.
Okay.
And that same diminution will rise and come to this time. Now they have technology in abundance. AI is there. Into alternate using your book 6 hours, 3 hours, knowing that you can use AI to just summarize everything.
But you see, that is where the problem comes. You have technology, mobile phones, you have AI, you have all the technological tools that you need to actually have a
things in a smart way.
seamless learning system.
Do things in a smart way.
But you see, we forget that during the examination period, AI is not there.
Exactly.
During examination time, your smartphone is not there. During examination time, all those technological gadgets that you have, which is going to make life easy for you. I'm not saying you should do true and poor.
I'm sorry to tell you.
I'm coming. These technological tools are there to make sure that a good understanding is made of topics or of courses that you are learning.
Okay.
And as you don't have to bank your hopes on getting a lawyer, for want of a better word, a lawyer to help you write your exams.
Okay.
And if you listen to some of the conversations on social media, some of them are saying that for the previous years, teachers even wrote the WASSCE for some of the students, which is why they passed. I remember somewhere around 20.
Are you saying that? Are you saying that all the performance that have exceeded or preceded to today, those who didn't know, teachers wait for them?
I'm not saying that.
Thank you.
I'm only saying that there are speculations that.
I want to let you understand that the teacher writing for them didn't start today. Either they didn't start last year.
There's something that's in the system.
Exactly.
So who is
teachers are me being a teacher. I can tell you for a fact.
Have you written exams for someone before?
I didn't get it because many times I can submit. I don't even have time to go and supervise exams. I won't be check. I won't be interested for this shit. I don't have time. So my point here is that this thing didn't start today.
Yeah.
Being a teacher, there's certain bond that comes between you and learners at some point.
Okay.
You want the child to progress. You want the children. It gives you a certain an internal and an instinct, like how do I put it?
Fulfillment.
A fulfillment, yes. So we call something an extrinsic and intrinsic motivation.
Sure.
It is this intrinsic motivation that you get when you get to see learners advancing and going forward. So a teacher will want to do that, and sometimes they go overboard, and sometimes there's this competition among teachers. They just want to, okay, maths department, they did well. And that is equal stupidity, for lack of better words, like stupidity. Me, I don't see why I want to even kill yourself and do that. For what? Government is pretending to pay you. You pretend to do the work.
Government is pretending to pay.
Government is pretending to take off teachers. Teachers also pretend to do that.
I
don't care. I've said it. Every teacher knows. That's just on the low.
Yeah.
But my point here is that it didn't start today. It's been there long.
Okay.
Long before our time. Good. So if you tell me that that teachers have been writing for them, so those who genuinely sat down and learned, like some of us who sat down and learned, now for Motorola, lost my phone. How will I get smartphone? So I have no option but to stick to book and learn. But Charlie, see, let us not put these kids in a position to make look like they are dumb. No, they are not. See, they are very smart. If only they have the right system to work for them.
They are not.
It will shock you to know that someone who failed these social studies may have some intelligence to create something that none of the generations that have passed, in fact, not even your professors in the universities can create it.
That's true.
So if you want to condemn these people because they have failed social studies now, ask yourself, what system was placed for them? Because see, every generation and kind of system you need to operate for them. You cannot continue to operate 50 years system for this generation. They will fail. No, they will fail. You don't expect this generation to be doing true and poor and want to get good. We will fail.
We will fail.
Oh no, we will fail for you.
They will fail.
They will fail. But let's do our statistics one. Let's do our research one and find out. What if we turn this generation into a generation of producers, a generation of critical thinkers, and get rid of what is, and check the result. And let's just do that research, or let's do that the thinker can just find the result. And you will see the difference. You realize that it's not the kids, it's the country that is rather destroying the children.
So we should take pi r square and labeling the part of Abebe from.
If I have, like, this is another thing we have to also look at. See, a child has passion in creating, in fixes, in discovery. Such a child unfortunately falls in a family that wants him or her to do, let's say, science. Example, let's say they want him to do science. And Ghana science system will let you do chemistry,
physics, biology,
biology,
elective maths.
but that's the truth. But this child is born into a field where you see creating TVET, technical vocational, in him or her. But mother and father say that, lie, you do science. Such a child, you don't expect a good performance from the child when he goes to go and learn that social studies and all those craps. For you know, if you have led that child in the TVET vocational and technical field to do discoveries and to produce, we'll be shocked. Like I'm saying, they'll create things that not even our professors now in the universities who call themselves professors have even done before. They cannot.
Would have had our own Ghanaian Einsteins and Newtons.
I tell you, things that they will create, is it a fear for me? I bet you, see those girls who created that drone, our fathers have learned from Kwame Nkrumah's time to today. Did you get anybody flying a drone or doing anything around a drone?
No.
But these young ones, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, have created, they've manufactured drone. They were able to create was this marine ship that when you put it on the sea, it's able to tell you, there's a camera they did beneath. So whilst the thing is on the surface of the sea, it tells what is beneath the sea. Our professors are in the university, they can't create that thing. So the fact that they got A and B and their social studies was good, you are not supposed to compare their time to this ones.
Exactly. But
because what these ones two can do, they cannot do.
It's true.
Then I also say that if you want to do that social studies comparison and say that it is the worst performance and that I'm not
glorifying
the bad results.
That's true.
I just want us to look at the bigger picture.
Yes.
And see where we can help these kids with their potentials, rather than condemning them on social media all over. See, this generation is a generation that depression can let someone go and hang themselves.
Oh, that's true.
You and I, our time, depression can depression. You know depression. Now, we'll beat, so your parents will beat the depression out of you. The depression is someone who will be delivered. You are calling depression. But unfortunately, this ones, it will shock you. Let me say it will shock you. We are in this time when these young ones are hanging themselves, they are killing themselves.
Yeah. It's
You
true.
and I are time we're going class. See, they'll beat you right from your death. You come back to life. See, let's understand that we are not in the old time. We cannot expect things to work for us.
Depression.
Depression in our time. Those time. But this time, depression is all over.
Can you be depressed?
And we are understanding them. Oh, they are depressed. And I'm saying this on the grounds that while social media is talking about and I'm born and they're not doing that social media.
No, born your mom boy. That one day.
It will start eating in some of the kids, their mind. It will start eating in some of the children and realize that I'm good for nothing. I mean, if our forefathers did well in social studies, we are worse, and assuming that child is part of those who did worse in social studies, you are giving a child opportunities to just go and end his life, his or her life. They'll just end it.
That's true.
Because we are making it look like they are the worst to exist in our time, forgetting that we are also doing the worst for them in their time.
So what do we do?
I stick to system. Let's realize that we can't handle this once with a system that we used to do in 20, 30 years ago and discover the system that works for them and put them in.
So I am thinking. I'm not an expert too. It's just an opinion. I'm thinking that, you see, AI is here to stay. Okay, I'm not saying AI should be allowed in examinations and all that. But if there is a way we can integrate AI into our education system,
We should. This only country that we are using AI is but go to most of the offices today. Today right now. Most of the marketing managers, the directors, they're all using AI to perform.
exactly.
Why are you not saying that because they're using AI, so you pay them? You understand that there's a need to use smart way to get to the result. But when a student is in the classroom trying to do that, they say, whether we like it or yes, their time will not be like our time.
Yeah. And just that, I also think that if we want to allow them to use smartphones in school, if we want to allow them to use smartphones in school, then again, like you said, the systems must be put in place to ensure that they use it ethically, so that they don't misuse the devices.
So what you said, has just drawn my attention to a statement that came recently. I said they said some secondary students were watching pornography
Yes.
on this device that was given to them to learn. See, it was provided for educational purpose.
Yes.
See this country. Every site that you visit is permitted and allowed. But I can mention several countries that they have taken that effort to make sure that as long as I want to build my country and build the people that live in it, I'll prohibit certain sites, make it difficult and sophisticated for people below that age to access. But here in this country, we live in a system that nobody cares. So as much as you put things in place, the internet can never be 100% secure. Come to think of you just living it, at least you must try your best to sophisticate it so much that it becomes difficult for
them to get access.
So if today we're giving them technological devices to aid them in learning, and some end up watching pornography with it, and you think that it is the worst that has happened, so you need to cut down that system. To me, it doesn't make sense. We should rather look for solutions, and that is one, creating a system whereby a country called Ghana will prohibit certain sites, will put certain restrictions, make certain sites sophisticated so much that not everybody can have access to it. We are here, we have Cybersecurity Authority, we have a Ministry of Information, whatever.
Yeah, National Communications
What are we
Authority.
doing about those things? You see, Okape, it's a poor politics. How can we have two great institutions? One looking at the cybersecurity aspect of our country, one is also looking at the information communication technology part of our country. Yet, we are not thinking of those things. We are not looking at how to make our cyber area secured and how we would watch ethical things around. Yeah, share no. But we wait. When the problem comes, then we'll start with our paragraph English. It's about time we have to look at the old problems in a new lens or new eye. Let's look at our old problems and fix it with a new lens. And yes, idea. These things will keep coming. We'll go in circles and we'll keep coming. I'm telling you, see if they are saying this social study is the worst performance, they should wait for the next batch. No, if they don't put systems in place,
it will happen. But you see,
they'll get the worst.
You see, the more it happens, the more we also begin to think that then, okay, so it has happened this year.
Oh, that's what we are good at.
Nothing was done about it. So if it happens again, then what you are going to say is, see a kind.
It will happen. Then we'll come to social media and come and blame the government and the parent and the children are not good. We'll go in cycle again until one leader or one administration comes on board and says, I see, this is the problem. These are the realities. These are the things that we can't run away from. We have to face it. Then we'll face it on.
My dear senior high school graduates, please, this WASSCE results is not the end of your life. I know a lot of you might be contemplating, some of you crying. In fact, I've seen some on TikTok and then other social media platforms. Some of you crying and thinking that the world has come to an end for you. I just want you to know that you not doing well in this WASSCE doesn't define your worth. Put your bits and pieces together and then, if possible, do it again. If your specialty is for you to do a technical or a vocational course, go all out and do it. We have big names out there, fashion designers, caterers, and then people who are actually getting money, people who are making it when it comes to the other field. But life isn't all about WASSCE. Yes, I am saying that, and I'll say that again. Life isn't all about WASSCE. I believe in your ability to pass. I believe in your ability to succeed in this life. And just know that this is not the end of the road for you. My name is Chairman Gabi. This is See Something, Say Something. Please subscribe to the channel, share, and don't forget to share your comments with me. Please, the comment section. I want to know what you think. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.